There she is.
Hi, how are
Hey,
you?
good. How are you doing?
Good. Sorry for the delay if there was a delay.
Oh, no, that wasn't bad at all. So, yeah, welcome everybody to this week's Community Connection. I am Dr. Josh with BOL Chiropractic, and I am a pediatric and prenatal chiropractor. And my goal here is to be a community resource for other local businesses and providers, and I'm doing that through these interviews and community connections. So now I want to introduce you all to our guest today, Tara Elrod. She is with
Hello.
Integrated Wellness Center, or Integrated Wellness and Center for Birth, and she is a midwife, a certified direct entry midwife.
You got it right.
Yeah. And so before we get started, just like I do every day, as some people that are watching may know, before we get adjusted here, we lay on the table and I have everybody tell me something good. So Tara, tell me something good before we get started.
I made it to work today. We have a sick little one and had to stay home yesterday with him. And today he's better and I'm here.
All right. That's great. Okay. So I'll go ahead and let you introduce yourself as well. Probably do a little bit better job than I just did. But yeah, give us an introduction and tell us, what it is that you do.
Well, my name is Tara Elrod and I am a certified direct entry midwife. So here in Alaska, that's CDM. And which basically is an out-of-hospital midwife. So I practice completely outside of the hospital, don't have hospital privileges, practice within a freestanding birth center.
Okay, awesome. And so tell us a little bit about what that is. What, for people out there that may or may not know even what a midwife does or what a birth center
Yeah.
those are.
So I like to think that midwifery it's like obstetric care. It's like, going to the doctor when you're pregnant and somebody that oversees or takes care of you during pregnancy, but it's better. Midwifery
Okay.
care is just a really personalized approach to pregnancy care. We take care of women while they're pregnant, during birth, and then postpartum, both mom and baby. So it's just a personalized, holistic approach, more just looking at, a woman's just whole body, whole life, and realizing that everything is interconnected, and taking a more natural approach to things.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so I think you said you've been in birth work for 10 plus years, 10, 13 years
13,
now. Yeah.
13 years.
Yeah. So how did you get into this and, why midwifery and the birth work?
So I personally got into midwifery, actually birth work first, by way of being a doula and being a childbirth educator. And that started just from my own experiences as a pregnant woman and as a mother, and realizing that it could be a whole lot better than what it was, what my experience was,
Yeah.
and just really seeing the need for education and support, and to be able to give that to families.
Okay, great. So that's kind of how you got into it. So, what is like the why? Like, each day, you kind of you
Hmm.
need something to kind of give you that push, that boost each day to come to
Yeah.
work and things like
Yeah.
that. So, what is that for you?
Well, I love midwifery because it's something that is very much needed. There's nothing as big of a deal as welcoming a baby and a family expanding. And just to be able to work with families, there's continuity of care in midwifery, meaning that many families often will come back to you again when they have
Hmm.
more babies. And so you're not just a part of somebody's life for 9 months, but you get to be a part of their life for their whole entire life, throughout the lifespan, and really see these babies grow up. And, we have babies that are, in school. And so it's really
Yep.
neat to be a part of somebody's life, lifelong.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome. So obviously, pregnant moms is kind of who you see, right? That's kind of your line of work.
Hmm.
But is there a specific kind of ideal like person that if someone's watching, like, hey, this is me. I need to go see Tara,
Hmm.
and maybe seek her out in midwifery.
Yeah. A lot of our clientele are people that want to be really involved in their healthcare. So people that come through the doors here, they typically want to do things a little different, not just show up to a physician's office where they're being told what to do and when to do it. 28 weeks, it's your glucose test, here it is. And midwifery care is very involved. So it's us having a relationship, it's longer appointment times, it's building a trust, and really learning about the process of things, not just being told what to do and how to do it. So
Sure.
the ideal, client is somebody that really wants to do that and wants to be involved, and they want to be empowered to make decisions for themselves. And then, of course, here at the birth center, we're a freestanding birth center. We're not affiliated with a hospital, and we don't
Okay.
have epidurals or pain medicine. So somebody who's
Sure.
going to have their baby here should be really committed to wanting to achieve a natural birth. So no medicines.
Sure. Okay. Great. And so, yeah, you said somebody that wants to be kind of involved in their healthcare. So obviously there's a bunch of things that you can do or they can choose not to do as well, right?
Right. And that's the biggest misconception about healthcare, not even just pregnancy related, is that when you go to a provider, a doctor, a midwife, whatever they are, you can choose or not choose anything. A
Hmm.
lot of people will ask us, well, can I decline that? I didn't know that I could decline that.
Sure.
Absolutely. You can decline anything. As a provider, though, it's my responsibility and also your responsibility as a consumer to make sure that you're informed and you know what you're accepting and you know what you're declining. But absolutely, your health care and your birth should be what you want it to be, not just based off of what the standard is.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. And yeah, a lot of people, like you said, don't know that there's a choice. And
Right.
that's awesome. You guys provide those choices because it is their choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
um, okay. So you're a freestanding birth center. You have those, those ideal clients that want to, really take charge in their pregnancy and, birth process. So what is it that kind of sets you apart or maybe a little bit different than maybe other providers?
Mm-hmm. So first things first, and that is our team.
Okay.
Absolutely above and beyond. And we have the most amazing team, not just our midwifery team, not just our care providers here, but our administrative team, our birth assistants. We just have a phenomenal team that when somebody comes here, they really get to know us and we get to know them. I always tell people that, we have the perfect size team. It's not too big, it's not too small. When somebody calls here and they have a question, you can call at 3 o'clock in the morning because you have a concern. I
Hmm.
don't need to pull up your chart. I don't need to put your name in a computer system and read about you. We are small enough that when you say your name, I know who you are. I know who
Yeah.
I'm talking to. I know your health history. You don't have to explain anything to me because we know who you are. We have that relationship. And that isn't always the case when you go somewhere. Sometimes there are like 10 different providers
Sure.
and you kind of get the runaround and you go from provider to provider, midwife to
Yep.
midwife, and they don't know who you are and you don't ever feel like you can establish a relationship with them. So that's number one. And then number two is that our birth center isn't just licensed through the state of Alaska, it's also nationally accredited. So when
Okay.
you're looking for a birth center, you really want to make sure that it's CABC accredited because that tells you that they are the best of the best and their standards are the best of the best.
Okay. All right. Yeah, those are good to know. Um, so you kind of said this already, but if you maybe give us a little bit more of your kind of a why, but what the motivation each day, like what's that like one thing that is a
Mm-hmm.
motivating factor for you?
Well, in midwifery care that you are making a difference. We're not just helping babies out. We're not just delivering babies. We are seeing mothers become mothers and helping fathers to become fathers and really being a part of the family, and just helping that family become a family. And so that's a huge why is to be involved in a life like that. And that extends not only to the family, but to our community and making your community better. So that's a huge why.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a good one. I agree. That's good. So um, kind of finishing up here. So you're in this, this health profession, and you work with a lot of people. Is there, something that, our listeners or viewers could benefit from maybe having somebody else come on here and tell what they do and what they provide our community?
So, not to be biased, but I totally am. I talked a lot about the Center for Birth when actually we have a lot of things under the same roof here.
Okay.
of course, including Be Well Chiropractic. Integrated wellness is another component of what we do. Our full business name is Integrated Wellness and Center for Birth,
Mm-hmm.
but the integrated wellness part is separate from the birth center, and we offer functional medicine and bioidentical hormone therapy, lots
Okay.
of cool things that extend not just to pregnant women, but
Sure.
and not just women, but men as well. So I would definitely check that out.
Okay. Yeah, I will work on that and see if we can get that scheduled here sometime soon. So for everybody, tell everybody all your contact information, how they can get a hold of you.
All right. So once again, I'm Tara Elrod with Integrated Wellness and Center for Birth. Our website is integratedak.com, which is a great starting point. You can read about our providers, look at the things that we do, and contact us through there. So integratedak.com.
Okay, awesome. And so, kind of finish up here. Thank you so much for your time and being a great community resource here. And love working with you. And so
Thank
I
you
want to
for
get,
having me, Dr. Josh.
yeah, I want to give everybody kind of a heads up of what we're going to do next week. We have Winona with Nourished Health Services, Health Coaching. And I don't think that's the exact name, sorry. Something like that. Close to it. And so we're going to have her on. She's going to be an awesome guest, talk all about health and nutrition and things like that. And so look out for that. And yeah, thank you guys. And thank you, Tara. And we will see you all next week. Be well.
Bye bye.